Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, a warm welcome to you as well. What you are looking at is a beautiful morning on the port of Cozumel. We decided that we wanted to take in the sunrise, so we headed up to the galley and snagged a window table for this view so we could have breakfast. After breakfast, we headed to our meeting point for an excursion. We will be going to Cenote Chaak Tun in Playa del Carmen. So because we stopped in Cozumel, we have to take a ferry to go over into Playa del Carmen. We will explore and swim in low-lit caverns with natural pools and stalactites. So here is the ferry that we will be going on. And guys, I have to say I am a little bit worried because I have terrible motion sickness. We went from the ship to the ferry. I did not mention that earlier, totally forgot, but this ferry ride took us about 35 minutes to get to Playa del Carmen from Cozumel. As you can see, the water is pretty rough and it was pretty choppy coming in. I felt queasy, but not to the point where I wanted to vomit. After meeting up with our tour guide, who was really sweet, his name was Angel, we walked through this type shopping center kind of plaza thing, and I was shocked and amazed to see that there was a lot of American stores there. There was like H&M, there was like Old Navy, but I thought we were going to walk through like I don't know, maybe like a craft market setting type thing where we could shop with the locals. But instead, it was like a plaza. But when we were walking out to get on the bus for our excursion, we saw this huge souvenir store that had locals working in it. So we headed over to kind of just see what was in there and walk around a bit to kind of see if we wanted to buy something. But one of the workers told us that if we wanted to grab something, we could. We just have to save the receipt and they will just hold it in the store until we get back from our excursion. I'm sorry we did not do that because once we got back from our excursion, we were really hungry and we ended up eating somewhere, and you will see that later on in this video, in this vlog. But at the end of the day, I wish we had actually stopped and got some stuff in here and then just come back and pick it up. It's just that we weren't sure how everything was going to play out, so we didn't want to do that. But just a heads up, if you do something like that, just make sure you save your receipt, especially if you don't want to buy your souvenir and take it with you to your excursion site. Now it's time to head to our destination. We are in the bus and we are heading to Cenote Chaak Tun, which was about 20 minutes away. Apart from the language, the streets reminded me of Jamaica. There was multiple times I wanted to just jump out and say, "One stop driver, let me stop and buy some fruits," like just to go and get something fresh from the locals. I'm sorry I did not get the chance to do that. But on a cruise, timing is everything. Basically, you have little to no wiggle room to wander off unless you get off the ship and just decided to do your own thing. But once you're booked with the excursion, with an excursion, they're working with the ship time, and if they don't have time in between travels or doing your excursions on all of that, they don't want to risk you being late getting on the ship or the ship leaving you. And remember guys, we took a ferry, so we wouldn't want to miss the ferry either, because that would even delay the time even more. So yeah. Finally, we have arrived and we are getting a quick briefing before we get our locker keys, change into our bathing suits, and get our gears that we're going to be needing in these caves. And everyone is super excited. Before you get into the caves, they actually want you to wash off with this water that I think he said is the same water that is inside of the cave. They want you to wash off the sunscreen, the lotion, any products you may have on your skin that may affect the water in the caves. Now that we have our gears, we are heading down into the cave. And as much as this was fun, it was kind of scary. It was kind of scary having all those stalactites hanging over your head. It was very scary. But guys, enjoy the rest of this video.
Okay guys, so if you want to see the sunlight, you can keep your eyes in direction of that, if you really don't like the dark. Also, I will need your help with your cell phones. I mean, try to don't put any technology. I want to show you the real system without tourists.
Okay.
And you will know why this catfish that you are swimming with him. I don't know if you already find the catfish. Who of you find the catfish? Tequila for all of you.
Oh,
Okay, so the catfish is blind, and I will show you why. Turn off your lights, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, guys, so 1 minute in silence. If you feel this is a river, you will feel how you move. This is not a swimming pool, okay? This is the big river under the ground in whole the world. Okay, you already saw that you moved.
After our tour guide did his whole presentation and educated us a little on the cenote, we were able to swim around and enjoy the water, and we loved it. We loved every bit of this. But guys, not everything is for everyone, because there was a little part where when he turned off all that light, I got a little anxious. Okay, I was very anxious, but we were able to light up some of the bats that were in the cave. We were down there swimming, exploring, and doing all of these things, and he stopped us and was like, hey, I'm gonna show you guys something. And we looked up and it was just bats. And then after a while, I was there swimming and I had one of the flashlights, so I was able to light up the floor, and I saw some little baby catfishes just swimming around, and that was pretty neat. But this was definitely a great experience.
So we are walking to the next cave where we're going to be swimming again. So yeah.
Take a look at my mirror. All that you are seeing is the reflection what is on the top. In the water, take a look at the water. All that you can see is the reflection what is on the top. Okay.
No, you're fine. It's all
So
over your
guys,
head.
are you ready to swim? Have you ever seen or have you ever saw that one stone is growing? Today you already swim under the rope, and today you will see how the stones are growing. They are the stalactites and they are hollow. This is the crystal of the mineral. This is the fruit floating. This fruit is the bubblegum tree.
After the excursion, it was time to taste some tequila, and that was the part Ryan enjoyed.
Where is that? Jamaican roadside.
Tequila, pineapple, pina colada.
Ryan, I drink tequila, pineapple, pina colada. And obviously he's enjoying it.
We are now heading back to the port for the ferry so we can head back to the ship. But first, we are going to stop by a restaurant and have something to eat. Now we are at Karen's Seafood, and I think it's like a steakhouse and pizza thing, and I am loving the setup of this little restaurant. It's very cute. That is the bar area with the swings. I totally love the whole aesthetic of this restaurant.
Where you get egg from? Don't you smell? Look for another one that way.
I got the coconut shrimp and the sides that were served with it, and Ryan got chicken with some steamed veggies and a baked potato. And when I tell you this food was just, it was, I don't, it was whether I'm hungry or whatever, this food was good. This was good. I ate it all off. That tamarind sauce was amazing. Amazing. Like I can taste the coconut shrimp as I'm talking. Like my mouth is watering right now. This food was just amazing. I can't. And the drinks, the drinks, rich. We both ordered the mango margarita thing. Not margarita. It's like a mango. I think it was a margarita. Yes, it was a margarita. It was a mango margarita flavored thing, and it was so good. But guys, someone will come and they'll take a picture of you in that restaurant. Just so you know, they're gonna put it in a frame. They're gonna be like, hey, this is this price, or they'll print like a label of yourself and put it on like a tequila bottle. If you are not into those kind of souvenirs, when they come to take your picture, just tell them no. You can take your own pictures as well. That's no problem. But that was something that we did not expect. They took our pictures and then they came back with a whole printed label tequila and a picture of us in the picture frame. So just so you know, if you stop at this restaurant on a cruise or something and someone does that, whether you like it or you don't, I'm just giving you a heads up just so you know, so you're not like blinded by it like we were. Here we were like 3 minutes late for our meetup. So you see Ryan running. We were so late because we had to stop and grab something, at least something from Playa del Carmen because we didn't want to leave without getting something. We were only 3 minutes late and the group was already ready to walk towards the ferry. So this is us walking towards the ferry that we're going to be going on. The water was worse than we were than before. It was worse. It's worse. It's worse. I'm like really scared.
Over there somewhere.
Over where?
I'm straight ahead. You see ship them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're not that far.
It may not have been that far, but that 25-minute or 35-minute ferry ride was horrible. Horrible. And I was so happy to be going back on the ship. Like, if I have to take an excursion to go to my, like, if I have to take a ferry, I mean a ferry. If I have to take a ferry to go to my excursion, I'm sorry, I may not be going on that excursion. I was so sick. Like, I felt like I wanted to throw up. That's why I had the bag in my hand on the ferry. Like, I felt like I wanted to throw up. So, a ferry for an excursion will it be a no-go for me. By the way, did I mention that tonight is Scarlet Night and this is our outfit? After we got on the ship, I was really queasy, so we ended up in the room for a bit, but we went downstairs and had some drinks. Then after drinks, we went to the red room so we could actually watch Dual Reality, which is one of the shows on the ship. And I really wanted to see this because a lot of people always talked about it, how great it is, and how interesting it is. And it was awesome. It was amazing. The show, everything, the artistry, the entertainment, everything, the music, everything, the performance, everything. This was an amazing show and I really, really loved it. As you can see, I didn't even remember to video how I'm used to videoing, and this is how I held the phone for a bit, and that is all I captured. But guys, if you do make it on Virgin Voyages, make sure you book your entertainment so you don't miss this thing. Okay. Then we went to Extra Virgin for dinner, and that is how we closed out the night because I was so sick. Ryan was queasy, and we missed Scarlet Night. It was a bummer. The funny thing is, after dinner, I actually told Ryan, okay, let's take a nap since we're both not feeling well. And we were like, okay, let's rest a little bit. We wouldn't even take off our outfits. We're just gonna rest. We're gonna lay our heads. We're not gonna, fall asleep. Why did we wake up close to 2 a.m. in the morning? We missed everything. But you know what? Everything happened for a reason. I really wanted to see Scarlet Night. Although we missed it, we had an amazing day. And we're going to cough it up to that. It was just a missed experience. And we're glad that we will have the opportunity to experience Scarlet Night on Scarlet Lady. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video.